Hi, I'm Priyanshu, and let's talk about LLMs. So nowadays, all people talking about generative AI, LLMs, agent AI, and there is so much LLMs and product build up on it. And thanks to GPT, Gemini, Gwen, and Mistral AI, DeepSeek, there is much LLM from which we can make so good product and we can write so much great poems, write a movie script, debug the whole code base. But what is really actually LLM is? Like we know it, if we ask them something, it give us answer. But how we go like the intuition of it, right? So the question is, what is LLM? So when I ask someone what is LLM, they say, okay, it is artificial intelligence, right? There is artificial because we make it, and there's intelligence. So there can be a many definition of intelligence, but for now, think of it as thinking of some problem or thinking about something, like just thinking, right? For now, and the if we think as a first principle, the very first question come in my mind is, can machine think? Because we are talking about LLM, and we for now guessing that LLM can think. So let's question it. Can machine and LLM is a machine, right? Can machine think? And it is not a very new question. It is very old question asked in 1950 by Alan Turing. So, so can we say yes, machine is thinking? Let's see. If I ask you this question, on a rainy afternoon, I love to relax with a hot cup of dash. For me, just ignore everything and think. Well, like I want to you to think, uh, what can we fill in this space? For me, it is coffee. And how can I come up with this answer? Because I know there is something, and it's called coffee. So yeah, there is a coffee. So let's ask the same question to LLM. Okay, I got it. Let's copy it and share GPT. Okay, let's ask to GPT coffee. And they say chai. Okay, for LLM it is chai. For me it is coffee. So yeah, but the LLM is giving the answer which is intuitive. We can understand it, right? So can we say LLM is thinking? I will say no. It is guessing it. LLM is guessing the answer. How? Let's see how. When I ask on a rainy afternoon, I love to relax with a hot cup of coffee. In the back of LLM, it producing uh, uh, vocabulary size and giving probability to each vocabulary. For now, think of vocabulary is every word LLM is aware of, like tea, coffee, brick, briz, anything LLM is know of, and he's producing a vector, like it is producing a. Let's select pen. Yeah. Uh, it is giving us a vector of probability of every word. For tea, it is 45%. For coffee, it is 40%. And for chocolate, it's 10%. For soup, it's 4%. And for brick, because it makes no sense, so it is 0.001%. And it is dimension of vocabulary size into one dimension of vector. Vocabulary size, as I say, the number of word LLM our LLM is aware of, right? And here is another example you can see. Here, the question is: the boy want to dash, and LLM predicts some prediction. LLM give coffee, hospital, playground, park, and school, and they're associated with some number. That's the probability, and playground had the highest number because it make more sense. So uh, we can say, okay, LLM is very good at guessing the word next word. I say so. It is a very good probabilistic machine. So at core, LLM does incredibly well in a one thing, that is predicting the next most probable word. Yeah. For if you ask me what is LLM, here is my definition. Large language model is the most complex and sophisticated prediction machine human has ever built. It is so much good at predicting the thing, which makes sense. Like if I ask the GPT, write a story about man and God, like some random thing. So it is writing, giving me some answer, but in the back of it, it's predicting every word. Like it is writing, but back of it is predicting every word. It is guessing it, and if we read it, it makes sense of it. So it is very good at predicting the word, which makes sense at the end. So yeah, it is a very good prediction machine. So, so you say, okay, how can machine is so good at predicting the word? Like, is there any mathematical formula, or it is any magical device, or what make a machine is so good at predicting the next word or guessing it? I will say lots of data. Lots mean very large number of data. Every book, and not one book, like every book, every text messages, every tweet, every article in the internet, every Wikipedia page, every Reddit post, everything is feed into the black box which we call LLM, and the data is feed it to it and train it, and is giving, well, it is become a good at predicting the next word. Like like how can it if you give data, it is good at predicting the thing. The question is, so if we give so much data, the LLM kind of catch the underlying patterns and meanings and nuances of the word and the language. It kind of making some pattern by which it can understand the underlying structure, pattern, and nuances of the language and connection between it. There is semantic meaning of it. So if we give so much data, it is good at catching the patterns. Like in other word, you can also think of it as, okay, LLM as good at pattern recognition and guess predicting and or guessing the next word. But if you say, okay, so if I have LLM and so much data, and I put that so much data in LLM, and it giving the next word and giving the good result. No, like, yeah, it is, but in not that simple way. So, like, let's show me you some data set. So it is Hugging Face fine web data set. It is like a whole set of data which is extracted by a web. So see the size of it. This is a 108 terabytes of data, like very huge data, and there is 25.9 billion rows of it. So you can imagine how large, enormous it is. For now, let's show me you some glimpse of it. So let's see. Here is a text data, and here is ID and URL of it, and the date of it, and the file path, and language is English, and language score, and token count. Just ignore it for now. And yeah, there is, you can download it, and if you have so much space. But let's see how, if we feed data, how it's become so good at predicting the thing. So for now, think of LLM as this, like a collection of so much number, like or knobs. Here is so much knobs. Think of as LLM as many of the numbers and parameters into it. And when we and we have a data, and somehow we convert into a number. Let's don't think about how, but we convert every word into a number, and we pass that number into LLM. And the LLM consists of many, like many, I mean, it's billion and in trillions, many parameters. Or for now, think of it as uh, very large collection of numbers, or you can see knobs, or think of it as a parameter. The numbers goes into that LLM, and that parameters or numbers do some operation on that word, or convert on that word converted into a number, and give the output, and the most probable word come, and we see the result. But on first time when you give it, it give a very random word which make no sense, because initially our LLM is not know the underlying pattern of its, like it is initialized randomly. For now, our LLM is like a very small child. They don't know what is pattern of it, what is word of it, and so we have to do this task repetitively. So there is our output, and there's a target output, and there is a loss, and we do back propagation. For now, just it is a think of it as okay, there is doing something and is just learning. It's, we call it training, and you think as LLM is learning by hit and trial, by back propagation. Okay, and the knobs or the values in inside LLM is getting updated and modified to that number, which finally give the good answer, or predict very correctly. So this is ultimately what is LLM is. At the end, think of LLM as a very sophisticated and good prediction machine, which can predict the next word so much good that it makes sense. But the next question come is why now? Like we know probability, and we know data from 90s, right? And the question is not new. Can machine think? So why now people are so excited and talking about LLMs? Not in 90s, not in 2004, 2011, 2015. It's come into between 2017, 20, and 2025, and current time. Why not in 90s? So we talk. So I want you to do some research and think about it. But I will come up with a next video on it. Why now? Why? What is the journey of LLM? So this is all by my side. Bye.